Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
This is Newcap News with Bart Pediasic.
Good evening. Statistics Canada says jobs in the construction industry are expected to grow 2.5% in the next couple of years. However, this past week, they also announced that Alberta lost 14,000 jobs in February, leaving local construction companies wondering if that growth will be stunted. John Winter, a director for the Lloydminster Construction Association and whose concrete company has been around for more than 30 years, says currently there is less work when it comes to oil field and residential construction. However, it may have more of an impact on the out-of-town workers.
We have such a boom that there's such a demand that these transient workers come in and maybe sometimes aren't doing the best work, and then we're the local guys that get left to fix all the problems sometimes.
Winter says the industry remains steady due to the longer terms. Commercial projects for 2015, including schools, retail, and office buildings.
Those are a lot of capital projects for governments. That's government money that you know you're going to be doing the jobs, and that they got to keep building our infrastructure, especially in Lloyd's. And we have strong agriculture in the area too, which a lot of people forget. It's a lot of talk about the oil field and stuff, but our agriculture is a very strong sector as well.
Winter says these current projects are still part of the 2014 budget, and any dramatic slowdown wouldn't start to show until later in the year. After contributing to more than 100 deaths in Alberta last year, the growing use of fentanyl is in our province is becoming very prominent, as those 100 deaths are a significant increase from the 6 in the province experienced back in 2011. Aaron Bordato has more in this report.
I would like the public to know that messing around with any drug, especially fentanyl, is a threat to their life.
Fentanyl, or green jellies as it can be referred to on the street, is a potent opioid which is often found in pills and powders. And while frequently seen in recreational drugs like cocaine and MDMA, it has also been reported that this toxic substance is sold and posed as OxyContin to unsuspecting users.
When it comes to street drugs, you don't know what it might be laced with and what the person who made it might have added in as an extra.
It is illegal. It is made in or manufactured or packaged in illegal labs or illegal environments. So there's no such thing as a safe street drug.
It has been reported that fentanyl is approximately 100 times stronger than morphine and over 20 times more powerful than OxyContin.
The desired effects don't hit as fast as what they would in OxyContin, so people might assume that the drug isn't working effectively and maybe take another dosage of it, whereas as it's a slower onset, then they get hit by twice as much of the drug.
Over the past year, RCMP have seized countless amounts of fentanyl all over Alberta, including 10,000 tablets found in Grand Prairie, 3,000 found in Sherwood Park, and over 60,000 just west of Calgary.
The large quantities that are seen in other places aren't seen in Lloydminster. We are constantly looking for and trying to find where fentanyl is, where it's coming from.
With such a recent increase in street usage, the Lloyd RCMP are offering up their help to anyone in need.
They can contact the Lloydminster RCMP. We can always provide help and assistance with that. Our Midwest Victim Services is a great place that can provide some advice, and there's lots of other community groups that can help and provide you support.
Aaron Bordato, Newcap News.
It's the leading cause of preventable blindness in the country. Glaucoma affects more than 400,000 people in Canada, according to the National Glaucoma Research Society. Annika Notfate has more in this week's Healthy Living.
This is a normal, healthy eye. This is an eye affected with a form of glaucoma. What happens is fluid builds up in the eye and can't exit, damaging the optic nerve. The optic nerve connects the eye to the brain. Impairing these nerves can cause blindness.
The usual start of the symptoms is a progressive loss of peripheral vision.
Dr. Poxton says the progression of eyesight loss takes years.
It's silent in the early stages, and it catches up with people who think, I don't have anything wrong with my eyes, I don't need to see the eye doctor.
He's treated close to 50 patients this past year and notices a relationship between the onset of glaucoma and aging. And he says there's no cure yet.
Can't just say, here, take this vitamin and this will solve the problem or prevent the problem. It doesn't work that way with glaucoma.
But treatments are available, and they usually start with drops.
There are at least 4 different pharmacological ways to bring the pressure down. Sometimes they use combinations of those. If that doesn't work, a surgery can actually be performed to open up a drainage.
The only way to tell if you have glaucoma is an eye exam. Anna Knopfate, Newcap News.
Well, it can be hard to predict the future of agriculture, but that is exactly what Farm Credit Canada is trying to do as they have their annual Ag Outlook in the border city. Gerard Lampow has more on what producers can expect in this week's Agriculture Report.
So that is going to be an issue for us.
Farm Credit Canada recently invited area producers to a half-day of presentations at Lakeland College. Seeding season is around the corner and farmers are looking to harvest some added grains of knowledge in their quest to bring in this year's crop.
I think today's conference is about seeing the challenges for 2015 and then understanding what the opportunities are as well.
Gervais points to the volatility in the market with the drop in the interest rate as well as the economic impact of the downturn in oil.
The idea now is that with the oil sector not doing so well, that maybe we're going to have a little bit of relief.
Well, it sounds like one of the guys is saying that the oil is kind of maybe mellowing out a little bit more, kind of going straight across. And grain prices, he was saying maybe might be going up and up a turn. Do I really believe that? I think they might go up a bit.
While this farmer says he will be cautious in his decision-making, another producer sees an opportunity in what he heard.
I found it quite interesting that there's 2.5 billion people between China and India that are coming into middle class, which should make a big difference on the need for food in the world.
At the end of the day, we're in a very global marketplace, right? Wherever you are, and especially here in Lloydminster, I mean, we're producing is being sold in all around the world, and so you have to understand a little bit of what's going on in the world to be able to make the right decisions.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.